I'm Karrie Webb, and this is My U.S. Open. The US Open is the best tournament in women's golf, and it's the most recognition you can get in winning a golf tournament, I think. I think if you've got US Open champion beside your name, that comes with instant respect.
For birdie, and Karrie Webb has herself an Open championship.
To have won it in 2000, battled Meg Mallon on the back nine on Sunday. I had a lot of confidence, and so I always had high expectations going into the US Open. I sort of told myself, you're already a US Open champion, no one can take that away from you now, so let's just go and play. Spunker shot on 18, I was buried under the lip, and I was even par for the day, and I had been playing around with a new way to play plug bunkers, and that's how confident I was at the time. I tried it in a US Open and pulled it off the first time I played it in competition and made an unbelievable up and down.
That groove just kind of tracked it right up in there, didn't it?
Yeah, she's got to be happy with that.
Really was a great way to finish the day. Anytime you can shoot even par or better in the opening round, you know you've put yourself in there in the tournament. Although I probably left that day thinking I could have shot a better score than that, I was really happy to shoot even, and I knew I was right in the tournament. You can feel good about your game and then it just not show up when you need it most. To see a good one like that, an 18-footer, one that you'd like to make but you don't necessarily expect to, is always a nice boost to the start of your round. I probably didn't know until it was happening, but I think I just got into the zone. I just played so well that day. That round, I would say I played my best golf from tee to green. I knew I'd played really well, but I felt like I'd done it, not easily, but I'd done it, very nicely out there, and I didn't think I would be leading or have the lead at the end of that, but I don't think we thought play would be cancelled for the afternoon, which is what ended up happening.
The rain continues to fall, and it has been raining hard for quite some time now.
I was the only one in the house we rented that had that early morning tee time, so everyone was a little jealous, and I got some ribbing that night that had my feet up, relaxing all afternoon, waiting to see if they were going back out to play. It was over 24 hours then before I played again, so it was challenging and lots of time to think. I'm always a scoreboard watcher. I always like to know what's going on. Sometimes gives you a boost if you're keeping up with what scores are being shot for the day. You know that your game's right there with everybody. I'm trying to put the foot down and put as many shots between me and second place as I possibly could. I didn't probably finish that round off as well as I would have liked, but those closing holes are tricky. It's yours to lose. You've played amazingly well for 3 days, but you've still got to go out and play 18 holes on a very tough golf course. And the chasers don't really have anything to lose because they can post a number and come at you. And you still have to shoot a good score. I was never someone that said, if I shoot even par today, that'll be enough. I gave my competitors a lot more respect than that, and knew that, someone could sneak in there and shoot a crazy low number. I just needed to go out and play my game and play the way I had and trust that everything I've been doing had been spot on, so I just needed to keep doing that. I played 2 other US Opens at Pine Needles and never read the greens as well as I did that week. It was just one of those weeks where I saw every line and what speed it needed to be hit, and it was just one of those putts.
Back over to Webb for birdie, and she rolls it in.
Solid, huh?
Solid. This ball started at the right of the green and turning left. Boy, needs to hang on from the spin a little bit, but that was really well played.
When I missed the greens, I was missing them in the right places to be able to get up and down. So I wasn't putting, tons of pressure on my short game. I think it's difficult to get up and down at Pine Needles, but there are places you can miss it that makes it a little bit easier, and my misses seemed to be in those spots that week.
Look at this.
Well, that's going to make it 5 of 7 from the bunkers this week.
I didn't miss a lot of greens that week, but when I did, my short game really came through, and I look back, I think I had the tournament under control, but I didn't feel like that at the time, so I really felt like that up and down didn't let Seri in with a chance. 16th hole's a really tough par 3, a true Donald Ross shaped green.
Turning left at the flagstick.
Very, very hard to hit this green, and for me, with a 5-iron, just trying to put a really good swing on it in the middle of the green.
What a shot from Webb. Within 8 or 9 feet of the hole.
The putt on 17, by now I should have felt comfortable, but I really didn't. The 2 hardest shots on that hole I'd already overcome and hit the fairway, hit the green, and maybe it was a slight switch off. I was just trying to cozy it up there.
A lot of speed on this one.
But when you hit the hole, it hides.
Yeah, definitely a rush of blood on that putt, and very lucky that it hit the back of the hole.
Now moving it to 6 under par with 1 hole left.
Obviously, when it went in, I knew that I had a nice walk down 18. The 18th hole at Pine Needles is a beautiful dogleg left down the hill. Such a great green setting, and especially 2001, there were so many people there, the grandstands were full. And Peggy Kirkbell and her family have meant a lot to the LPGA and to women's golf, and to win a US Open at Peggy's golf club was definitely very special.
Yeah, this is shaped perfectly going down the left center of the fairway.
Pine Needles was where I played my first ever US Open in 1996, so coming back here I was super excited to play. I felt like my game was in form, and then it's such an amazing feeling to be able to walk down 18 and not have any pressure on you and know that you really get to soak it all up with thousands of people surrounding 18 is such a great experience.
Yeah, this doesn't get any better than this for a golfer, John.
Look at this.
And how about a birdie finish?
Birdie.
Another back-to-back champion at Pine Needles, and in 2001, it is Karrie Webb.
To be the only player to finish under par, to win by 8 shots, that doesn't come along very often in the US Open, so I am very proud of that. It's just amazing to be a part of the history of the US Women's Open and to be a champion of the US Women's Open. It's a select group of women. Just having your name on that trophy once is very, very special, and to then put my name on it 2 years in a row was very special.